Hey guys, welcome to the first lecture of the course. So before we dig in deep on what project management is and how projects in the workplace generally take shape, it's important to point out that regardless of your experience, everyone is a bit of a project manager already. Many of the things we do in our everyday lives follow that same project type template where we have to think of an idea, decide to do it, make up a plan, complete the task related to it, and then figure out if it was a success or not. Like if you've ever painted a room before, you first have to decide that you would actually do it, which meant figuring out if you had the time, money, and the need. Once you decide to do it, you need to figure out what paint you want, the color, the type, the finish, which is actually a thing, believe it or not. So you probably do some extensive research. Eventually, you make your choice based on needs and preferences. After you get the equipment you need for the job, you paint the room, doing the best you can to make it look great, not make any mistakes, and stay motivated to get it done. And at the end, you're hopefully left with a fantastic looking room, but you also have the experience to do the same project again sometime in the future. So, a project manager is a person that oversees a project from start to finish and is responsible for the completion and the quality of the project, as well as the people, technology, materials, and money involved with making it all happen. Now, projects come in all shapes and sizes. You might create virtual things, like launching a blog or a podcast or making a new productivity app. You might build physical things, like designing and printing a new t-shirt or building a new hotel. You might improve existing things, like updating a marketing email list, changing the company logo, or yes, painting a room. With each kind of project, you've got different needs. There might be different teams full of people involved with lots of different skills. You'll need different kinds of resources, whether it's physical materials like nuts and bolts, or virtual materials like images, video, and other content. Making sense of all those things is just one of the key responsibilities of a project manager. But project managers are also responsible for a number of other things, like keeping everyone focused. They need to lead and motivate people, and obviously use information and documents to guide the work that gets done. Constantly reminding their team of the goals that they're actually shooting for. Project managers also ensure success is being made. They'll create and refer to schedules and work plans, and use technology like project management apps, time tracking, and financial analysis tools to see if projects are on time and under budget. They must also maintain positive communication. Project managers will use meetings and chats to interact with the members of their team and stay in regular contact with executives and other decision makers who need to make sure these things are getting done well. And project managers are responsible for delivering what was promised according to project plans they approved with the clients who need the project done. Whether those clients are people hiring you to build them a website for their business, or the human resources group in your company that needs you to update their recruiting website, you're responsible for delivering whatever was promised. Now, while there are multiple ways to go about organizing and executing a project, most projects generally have 5 distinct phases where specific kinds of preparation and work need to be done. First, you have the initiating phase. This is the phase where you think up the project, research it, and then pitch it to decision makers to get approval. Most of the time, you'll want to solve a business need, so you'll explain why this project is important by citing a real example. Next, what you'll do is the planning phase. Now that's after you get approval. You come up with a clear set of goals, you define the scope of the project, you create some schedules, and you start to assemble your team. And that then leads directly to the executing phase. Now, this is usually the biggest part of the project where you actually do the work. You'll set up the processes and systems to track progress and create a system of communication so you can meet with groups and individuals to work through problems. Everyone on the team starts their work and you help them deal with any changes to the project along the way. Then you've got the monitoring phase. Now, after you've started working on the project, this phase is all about tracking progress using KPIs, or key performance indicators. These are the important numbers that tell you how well the project is progressing. Things like how much money you've spent and the time spent to complete each task. Then finally, we have the closing phase. Now, this is the final phase where we focus on completing the project, ensuring you've met all the requirements. And you also assess what you've learned so you can apply it to future projects. We'll step through each phase of the project process in the lectures to come, but you can see that a project manager will require a variety of skills to successfully lead a project from the idea stage to completion. You'll need good communication and interpersonal skills to work with your talented teammates and to work with leaders. You'll also need to be well organized and good at problem solving to help your team organize resources, set schedules, and push through challenges. And of course, you can't be afraid to make decisions. In lectures to come, I want to give you some of the best practices and tactics you can use to help make those important decisions as they relate to your project. So if you're ready to learn more, see you in the next lecture.